Hi there, my darling Aries. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to your reading for the week of January the 19th, 2026. So, my darling Aries, apologies that there was no reading last week. I needed to take a week off, and so I did. I had a lovely week off, and now I'm back into it. So, thank you for sticking with me, and let us jump right in to your reading. We're going to start off with an overarching energy using the Moonology manifestation oracle cards. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Aries, what messages does Aries need to know for this week of January the 19th, 2026? What does Aries need to know? Last quarter moon in Aries. Work through your feelings. So, my darling Aries, seems like, I think we're all being encouraged, especially with the month of January, to work through our feelings. There's apparently 4 Kazimis that happen in January, and, they've just been very powerful, where we've been needing to work through our feelings, clearly. So, you, my darling Aries, being that this is a quarter moon, last quarter moon in your sign, you are being encouraged to work through any kind of feelings, difficulties, things like that. So let us consult the tarot and see what messages we have got coming in for you, my darling Aries. What does Aries need to know for this week of January the 19th, 2026? What does Aries need to know? Queen of Cups, yeah, there's your feelings. Page of Cups, more feelings. And the Empress, yeah, I love it. Look at all that blue. Beautiful. All right, my darling Aries. So what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is all about, following your heart and listening to your heart. And I feel in this reading for you, my darling Aries, that you're presenting here as the Queen of Cups in this reading, that you're being asked with the work through your feelings. And I mean, I love it when, the oracle and the cards, sync together, because, this is all about feelings, this reading. The Queen of Cups, she follows her heart. She is very, in tune with her emotions and her feelings. And I feel that that's the energy that you need to embody this week, my darling Aries, is to embody that energy of Queen of Cups. Come from a place of love, come from a place of, trusting your feelings, my darling Aries. The Queen of Cups, she follows her heart. So any type of choice, decision, if there's a problem that she comes up with, comes into contact with, she goes within, she asks herself, how do I feel about this? And Louise Hay, who, is one of my spiritual teachers, she used to always say that she would follow her inner ding. So if something felt good, she would go with it. And, so she had a phone call that she had she was being offered somewhere to talk or something like that. And she felt really good about it. And it, it made her feel excited and, gave her the butterflies and things like that. She would go with that. That would be her inner ding, my darling Aries. But if it gave her a feeling of dread, or, it made her uncomfortable, or, she trusted her emotions, and that signaled to her that maybe that wasn't the best thing for her at that time, so she would decline. So you are being encouraged, my darling Aries, to follow your heart, like the Queen of Cups here, and just trust your emotions, trust your, you know, in some way, trust your intuition as well, because it won't let you down, but trust that inner feeling, that inner knowing that you have within you, my darling Aries. And then we have the beautiful Page of Cups. So this could be, you know, an offer of love coming in for you. There could be someone around you. I mean, if you've been watching me for a while, you know that pages in the tarot are messengers. And, you know, this little fellow is coming in to, you know, give you this gift here from the heart. And we don't know whether that gift, that fish here, is real or imaginary. But whatever it is, you know, something that this page is coming in to give you. So it could be that there is someone, you know, that is around you that is offering this gift of support, of love, of, you know, or it could actually just be you, that something around you, you know, there's an opportunity around you to come from a place of love, my darling Aries. So it's going to be different for everybody, but I do feel to be aware of, you know, what is going on around you, and to be aware of, you know, I feel that with this work through your feelings card that you have there, that, you know, this gift, this offer of love, you know, you may need to think about it, is what I feel, just intuitively off, you know, with this reading. You need to, as I said before with Louise Hay, trust your inner ding. Embody that energy of the Queen of Cups and really listen. What is your emotions telling you? What is your intuition telling you? Is this gift that is coming in for you? Is this offer of love that is coming in for you? Is this right for you, my darling Aries? Only you can know if that is right for you. And then you've got the beautiful Empress card. So, you know, what I feel here is that this is positive. Whatever this is that's coming in for you, it's positive. But you are being, like I said, encouraged to work through your feelings here. So you may be, there may be an element of confusion here. But with the beautiful Empress that comes in, she is like the mother of the tarot. She, you know, there is, you can see the divine feminine here, the divine feminine symbol. And look, doesn't matter if you're male or female, this is just the energy of the card that's coming in at the moment. The Empress is all about, you know, some kind of birth of something new. It's all about abundance and, you know, effortless abundance, my darling Aries, which I love to see for you. This is, you know, like I said, that effortless abundance. You know, all she needs to do is, she hasn't got it in this depiction here, but in the traditional tarot, she has a scepter in her hand, and she just needs to wave that scepter, and the wheat here grows effortlessly. So, I mean, this could literally be also the birth of a child. So if, you know, if it has been difficult for you to conceive, you know, that's another message that I'm getting here with that work through your feelings. If it has been a difficult time for you and you've been wanting to have a baby and you've been wanting to, you know, start a family and things like that, this could be the week that you hear, you know, with this, you know, follow your heart, follow your emotions. What could be coming in with that Page of Cups could be the news that there could be a beautiful baby on the way. I mean, it could be a pregnancy that you hear through someone else, so that you know, you've been waiting to hear as well. Doesn't necessarily have to be you, but it could also be the birth of a new idea here, the birth of something new. What is it that you're trying to create this year? Is there some kind of goal, wish, or dream that you've been, you know, that you're wanting to get off the ground in 2026? It could literally be the start of this new thing for you, my darling Aries. So I love to see that as well. So if I'm going to put it all together, I just feel that, yes, this is, I mean, you can see that all the cups signal emotions, feelings, you know, love, things like that. So there is definitely emotions going on here in this reading, my darling Aries, and you're being encouraged to work through those feelings. Follow your heart, embody the energy of the Queen of Cups, be aware of some kind of gift coming from the heart, some kind of offer of love. It will be coming in for you. And I feel that whatever this is will be positive because you've got the Empress here. Effortless abundance, joy, happiness, just beautiful, my darling Aries. So yeah, loving this for you. my darling Aries. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. You know, as I've said, you know, I'd love it if you could please like, share, comment, subscribe. Really does help me out. I'm not sure whether I'm going to keep this channel going. You know, if I would love to be able to get it monetized this year. So if, you know, that's something you can help me out with, I need to get watch time up. So if you could please, you know, watch my videos from start to finish, help me with that watch time so I can continue going. All right, let's get final messages for you, my darling Aries. Yeah, meditation brings answers. You may, as I said, go within with that Queen of Cups. Can't make this up. Here's your golden opportunity. This is the Empress here. This is the birth of that new idea. Something new is coming in for you, my darling Aries. Yeah, ask for help from others. That is the Page of Cups. There is someone coming in to give you help, to offer you a gift of love, and that could be assistance of some kind, my darling Aries. Not the right time, they say, and you've got a yes. So, I mean, look, whatever popped into your head when I said not the right time is, you know, what it is not the right time for. And it may be that it is not the right time just this second for you to start something new until you have worked through your feelings, but you have a yes here, my darling Aries. So to me, that means that you have the green light. You just need to work through your feelings first. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Taurus. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of January the 19th, 2026. I am sorry that there was no readings for last week. I had to take a break. I needed just to take a week off, rest, relax, recover, recharge my batteries, spend some time with my family and friends. It's summer here, and I had a beautiful break, so thank you. And let's get into your reading. All right, my darling Taurus, we're going to start off with an overarching energy using the Moonology manifestation card. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Taurus, what messages does Taurus need to know for this week of January the 19th? What does Taurus need to know for this week? First quarter moon in Libra. Keep your heart open. Yeah, love it. So, my darling Taurus, this week you are being encouraged, your overarching energy, just to keep your heart open, to not close yourself off from anyone, anything, any goal, wish, or dream maybe that you've been, you know, wanting to bring into fruition, but it's sort of been a bit stagnant. Keep your beautiful heart open, my darling Taurus. That is the overarching energy. So let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Taurus. What does Taurus need to know for this week of the 19th of January 2026? Seven of Wands. Doesn't come out for a while, the Seven of Wands, or the Death card. So yeah, love it. And the Star. Wow. Beautiful. My darling Taurus. All right. So what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the beautiful Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands is a card of, you know, standing your ground. It's a card of conviction. It's like, you know, when you know that what, you know, what it is that you want, when you know that what goal, wish, or dream it is that you want, when you know that it's where you want to go, when you, it's like, you know, when you're with a person and you know that they're the one for you, you know, when you just know, it's just that feeling of knowing, my darling Taurus. It's that card of standing your ground, standing up for yourself. You can see this is a card of, defending yourself at the top of, he's run out, he's defending himself at the top of a hill. It is, feeling that you may need to defend your choices, your actions, what your beliefs are, my darling Taurus. If that is the energy that you're going through, then stand your ground, because that's what you're being told, my darling Taurus, is that have the courage of your convictions here. Don't let anybody sway you off your path, my darling Taurus. If you know that what it is that you want to bring into fruition, whatever, whichever way you want to go, if you know that that's the path that you are on, stand your ground, my darling Taurus, because, only you can have the courage of your convictions. If you're wishy-washy on whatever goal, wish or dream it is that you want, then, the universe is going to give you wishy-washy energy back. It's going to give you wishy-washy type of experiences back. So you need to commit, have the courage of your commitments here. Know that whatever choice or decision you make, whatever goal, wish or dream it is you want to bring into fruition, know that it's right for you, my darling Taurus. Because then you've got the beautiful Death card here. So, the Death card is all about change and transformation. It is never about literal death, my darling Taurus. Let me just get that very clear, very straight. The Death card does not mean literal death, my darling Taurus. It means change, transformation. It means the death of an old way and the beginning of something new coming in for you. And I feel that. I feel that once you can commit and, have the courage of your convictions there with that Seven of Wands, that the universe will start making changes in your favor, my darling Taurus. And I feel with that, keep your heart open, that part of that is being open to that change, being open to, there's going to be change and transformation around you. But if you're not open to that and you're very closed off from it, then it won't happen for you. But I feel it's important to keep your heart open to be able to be aware that this is coming, my darling Taurus, so you can embrace that change. Be open to it. Know that it's for your highest good. Know that these beautiful change and transformation that's coming in is part of your journey, my darling Taurus. And then you've got the Star card here. So the Death card, this is, I should have said that this is Scorpio energy. So if you have Scorpio in your chart, go and watch the Scorpio reading. Then we have the beautiful Star card here. So this is Aquarius energy. So again, if you have Aquarius in your chart, you could go and watch the Aquarius reading. We are coming into Aquarius season as well, pretty much the next day after this reading. So the 19th, we're still in Capricorn. The 20th, we move into Aquarius season. So this could literally mean that, that all this change and transformation is happening for you within Aquarius season, my darling Taurus. So I love that for you, because that means it's coming, it's happening now. So the Star is all about hope, faith and renewal, my darling Taurus. So there is definitely some changes happening for you during this time. And like I said, I do feel that it could be within this Aquarius season for you as well. But whatever's happening here, I feel that you're going to be shining like the beautiful star that you are, my darling Taurus, that this is all happening for you. But like I said, you need to have the courage of your convictions with that Seven of Wands and not sway from your path. Know that that what it is you want, whatever goal, wish or dream it is that you're wanting to bring into the physical realm, my darling Taurus, you need to know that it is the right thing for you. If you don't stand behind your decisions and choices that you make, why will the universe? You need to commit to that, my darling Taurus, and know that your beautiful star is coming for you. You know, I'm also getting off this as well to follow your North Star, that it's important for you to have a goal, wish, or dream in mind and follow it. And like I said, and be committed to that goal, wish, or dream, my darling Taurus. So yeah, love this for you. So I'm going to put it all together. I just feel that, you know, you're being encouraged to keep your heart open, which means to be open to change here. There is definitely change and transformation coming in for you, but you need to be open to it to be able to receive it. Decide, or whatever goal, wish, or dream it is that you want, decide on what your North Star is, where you want to go, my darling Taurus, and commit to that. Stand your ground, the courage of your convictions, and don't let anyone or anything sway you off your path. And I feel success will be coming in for you, my darling Taurus. So yeah, I love this for you. This is a beautiful reading. Gorgeous, my darling Taurus. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. You know, I would love it if you could please like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this channel going, so if you can please help me out with watch time. It's how I can try and get this channel monetized. Watch all my videos all the way through, please. You know, it really does help get my watch time up, and hopefully, you know, I'll keep it going, but I just haven't made the decision yet as to whether I will. If you want me to, drop it in the comments, but yeah, just not sure yet. It's a lot of work doing this, so yeah, help me out. All right, let's get final messages for you, my darling Taurus. Yeah, you're being encouraged to communicate clearly, and I feel that with that, you know, Seven of Wands, standing your ground, part of that is communicating why you want to do that. Listen to your intuition. They say, yes, trust, keep your heart open, but trust and go within and know that you know with that Seven of Wands. You can't make this up. Here it is. I said that success is coming. It is yours, my darling Taurus. But you need to keep your heart open and commit to this goal, wish, or dream. Within the next few weeks, they say, yeah, you'll choose a new direction. And I feel that because that's part of what the Death card brings. It brings change. It brings transformation. And if part of that is a new direction, then that may be the new path you may need to take here. But whatever it is, my darling Taurus, you need to commit to it. Love this for you. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Geminis. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of January the 19th, 2026. Sorry that there was no reading last week, my darling Geminis. I just needed to take a break. I had a beautiful week off. It's beautiful summer here in Australia, and I had a lovely time with family and friends, and just needed to rest, relax, recover, which I did. So now I'm back. So let us jump right in to your reading. We're going to start off with an overarching energy using the Moonology manifestation cards. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Geminis, what messages does Gemini need to know for this week of the 19th of January? What does Gemini need to know? New moon in Aries. Go for it. Yeah. You are being encouraged, my darling Geminis, for whatever that comes up this week to go for it, which I love. So whatever's going to come up for you this week, you're just, you know, there's that energy around you that's just saying, you know, you can't go wrong. Go for it. Trust your intuition, though. Make sure that it does feel right for you before you just go for it. But the universe is behind you, my darling Gemini. So I love to see that for you. So let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Geminis. What message does Gemini need to know for this week of the 19th, sorry, of January 2026? Knight of Swords, Two of Swords. Two of Swords has come up a lot in these readings. And the Ten of Cups, love it. So, my darling Geminis, what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So, the Knight of Swords is all about rushing and, very fast movement forward. And whether it's forward movement or, I feel that it's something's happening quickly here, or you're being told not to rush, is what I feel. Even though you've got that go for it card, I do feel that, there may be, you just might need to think about something first before rushing into anything, my darling Geminis. In the traditional tarot, this Knight of Swords, it's the horse is stressed. They're like flying, like it's the only knight in the tarot that's like going like a bat out of hell. Like you can see that looks stressed, it's rushed, that kind of energy. And it's not in this depiction, so I'm encouraging you to just not rush into anything, if that makes sense. So if there's and with the Two of Swords here, there might be a decision or a choice to make, but I feel that you're being encouraged here to not rush into it. Definitely go for it with that go for it card, but to maybe think, not rush into it, not make a hasty decision out of desperation or out of thinking that there's nothing better, if that makes sense, my darling Geminis. So yeah, I'm just getting don't rush off the Knight of Swords here. Because then you've got the Two of Swords. So as I said, this Two of Swords has come up quite a bit in these readings, and it may be because there's lots of choices and decisions to make around this time, my darling Geminis. So the Two of Swords is a case of, needing to make a decision whether you go this way or that way. But you have more than two ways to go here. You don't just have to go this way or that way. There are any other way that you can go. But it's about making a decision here, or, deciding which way that you need to go. And it may be that it's not just this way or that way, it's a different way. It's going out of your comfort zone a little bit, my darling Geminis. You can see here the blindfold. Blindfolds in the tarot represent needing to trust your intuition. So go within, ask yourself. I mean, Louise Hay used to call it her inner ding. So if she was coming, if there was a choice or a decision that she needed to make, she would go within and ask her inner ding, did it feel good? And if it did, she would go for it. If it didn't, she wouldn't. So, I think we need to sort of trust our emotions here. Sometimes, we can get overly emotional, but, Geminis are very good at, being able to discern, whether something is, overly emotional or not, usually. So, but I would be saying here that I would be choosing the path less traveled if I were you. I would be pushing yourself out of your comfort zone a little bit, not rushing, but just pushing yourself out of your comfort zone here to don't just make the easy decision. Don't just, feel that, well, there's only this decision or that decision to make. I feel that there could be a third place solution here for you, my darling Geminis. So explore that and trust that is what I feel. Because then you've got the beautiful Ten of Cups here. This is happy home, happy family. This is your rainbow of blessings, my darling Geminis, which I love for you. You can see the beautiful rainbow of blessings here. This is, like I said, the happy home, happy family. These people, they're in joy. They're just loving life. And so whatever this choice or a decision is that you're going to make, this is your outcome. Whatever you're going to go for, this is your outcome, my darling Geminis. But you need to make the decision in order to get your beautiful 10 of Cups here. Your happy home, your happy family, joy. This is fortune after difficulty. This is coming into a beautiful energy after feeling that you were stuck, or feeling that you were, coming up against brick wall after brick wall. My darling Geminis, I feel this is the green light that you have been wanting, needing, my darling Geminis, which I love for you. This is your happy home, happy family, your rainbow of blessings, my darling Geminis. Your joy here is waiting for you. So yeah, I'm going to put it all together. I just feel, it's pretty straightforward. I don't feel I need to sort of waffle on it too much. You're definitely being encouraged to go for it. So whatever this choice or a decision that you need to make here, my darling Geminis, you're being asked to, I feel, choose the path less traveled, if that makes sense. Don't just choose the easy, the two easy choices. There's a third place solution there for you. Don't rush into it. Don't rush into the decision. Take your time. There's no need to make any hasty decisions. Talk to someone about it. Talk to, whoever you need to talk to about it. Think about it, but don't rush into it. But by all means, go for it, because you're being encouraged. And when you do, once you've made that decision, it's the right, whatever the decision is going to be, it's going to be the right one, because your rainbow of blessings is waiting here for you, my darling Geminis. So I love that for you. This is a beautiful energy, beautiful reading, my darling Geminis. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. I would love it if you could please like, share, comment, subscribe. Really does help my channel grow. If you could please watch my videos all the way through. It does something to the watch time, and I need to get that up if I want to get my channel monetized. If this doesn't get monetized, I'll probably shut it down, because it does take a lot of my time and energy to do these. So yeah, would love that. All right, let's get final messages for you, my darling Geminis. Trust. Yes, trust. As I said, go within, trust your intuition. It will not lead you astray at this time. Yeah, what did I say about asking? Ask for help from others. If there's someone that you need, that you trust, that whose opinion is valuable to you, ask them for help. I feel that will help you. Love this. Big happy changes. Here's your rainbow of blessings, my darling Geminis. It's definitely in the cards. These are all repeating energies coming up for you. So I'm loving this for you. Perfect timing. There is perfect timing. And I feel that in all things, we can be disappointed with things that don't work out at the time. But it's when something better comes in perfect timing that you go, that is why that had to happen there. So perfect timing, because guess what, my darlings? There is something better. And that's exactly what I just said. There is often, when we miss out on things, and when we, when things come up and block us and things like that, and we feel that, we're very upset because something didn't happen, I feel there is often, always, this or something better. There is always something better coming for us that we just can't see at the time until it comes in. And then we go, that's why that had to happen like that. Beautiful things are coming in for you this week, my darling Geminis. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Cancerians. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of January the 19th, 2026. Now, I am sorry, my darling Cancerians, that there was no readings last week. I needed to take a week off. I had a beautiful week with my family and friends, and summer here in Australia. So yeah, just needed to rest, relax, recover, and recharge, which I've done. So thank you for your understanding. But let us jump right in to your reading. I'm going to start off here with an overarching energy using the Moonology manifestation cards. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Cancerians, what messages does Cancer need to know for this week of January the 19th, 2026? What does Cancer need to know? First, what was it? First quarter moon in Taurus. Release control, my darling Cancerians. You are being encouraged to just release a little bit of control. So I know, I mean, I'm a bit of a control freak. I do like to be able to control as much as I can certain situations, places, not really people, but, you know, things, you know, especially when we want a certain outcome, and we want to try and control, if we can, that outcome. But, you know, it's like, you know, trying to control things we can't control, you know, it will send you insane. You know, we only want to control what we control, which is ourselves, our emotions, my darling Cancerians. But you're being encouraged here to release some of that control. So let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Cancerians. What does Cancer need to know for this week of January the 19th, 2026? What does Cancer need to know? Three of Cups, love the Three of Cups, Nine of Swords, and the Two of Cups. Oh, love it. All right. So what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the beautiful Three of Cups. I love this Three of Cups. I love this depiction of the Three of Cups in this deck. It's just looks, these three, they just look so happy and joyous and joyful. You know, the Three of Cups is all about a celebration. It could be that you're celebrating with your family, your friends, with people that you love here. You know, there's some kind of celebration here. This is also an engagement too. So you may hear of an engagement. Maybe you're getting engaged. So congratulations. We do have the Two of Cups here, which is, could be, you know, soulmate type of energy. But, you know, if this isn't about love or anything like that, it could just be that you are celebrating some kind of win, my darling Cancerians, which I love for you. And, you know, in the traditional tarot, these three, they're celebrating a harvest here. So there could be some news that's come in for you that, you know, that is warrant for celebration, which is beautiful. It could be also that, you know, there may be some kind of collaboration that you are getting together with other people, you know, things like that. If it's some kind of third-party situation where it says, it's just popped into my head because of that release control card, and you've got the Nine of Swords here. So I wonder whether there is some situation that you're trying to control that involves other people, my darling Cancerians. And if that's the case, I would caution you to try and control the situation, or try to control try to control someone else. Recipe for disaster, my darling Cancerian. So that's just popped into my head here. So if it is about you trying to control someone else, I would let that go. Because if that's what's causing that Nine of Swords, is because of you're trying to control that person's reaction, you're trying to control that situation, then I'd let that go, because that won't serve you at all. But I do feel that there could be a celebration here. So, and I feel that releasing that control will be cause. It will allow you to be free to celebrate, my darling Cancerian. So there's a few different scenarios here that I feel, but I'm only getting joy off the Three of Cups. So I don't feel it's that you're trying to control another person. I just feel that you're trying to control some kind of outcome here, which is causing this Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords is all about worry and anxiety and trying to control the situation when you can't. My darling Cancerians, it's about sleepless nights here because there's anxiety, there's worry. You can see she doesn't look happy. She's got her head in her hands here. So if this is a situation about control, you need to release that control because it's not serving you here. It's showing up again, not just in the overarching energy, but it's showing up here in the cards as well as it's causing anxiety, worry, grief. My darling Sagittarians, Cancerians. So release that. Yes, I don't know why I said Sagittarius, so maybe it's to do with a Sagittarius as well. Take it how it resonates. But I do feel this worry and anxiety is being caused because you're trying to control an outcome somewhere, or you're trying to control a situation, my darling Cancerians. And then you've got the Two of Cups here. So I feel this could be to do with someone else because the Two of Cups is a card of a soulmate type of energy. So this could be a relationship with someone that there's a situation between you that, is, and I don't know what the situation is. It's going to be different for everyone. Only you're going to know what that is. But I feel that you're trying to control the outcome of that situation. And it could be because this person is worried and anxious about the outcome as well. This is your partner. This is someone that you love. This is someone that you're connected to deeply, my darling Cancerians, and their worry and anxiety is causing you worry and anxiety, my darling Cancerians. So you just need to try and release that if you can. It doesn't serve the other person either to encourage that kind of thinking. You be the voice of reason, my darling Cancerians. You be the one that says, we can't control this outcome. My darling, we cannot control this outcome. Let's just let it go to the universe. Let's just release it to the universe and see what happens. That's where you need to come from. And look, if this is not to do with another person, this is you and your higher self. You need to trust your higher self here. Ask your angels, go within and try to release that anxiety and worry, my darling Cancerians, because it is not serving you at all. So if I'm going to put it all together, I probably already have, but yeah, the whole theme of this is release control is what I feel. It's causing you anxiety and worry. It's not helping you. If this is you and with you and another person, you need to be the one to release this control and move into the joy, because I feel there is celebration here. I feel you will celebrate this outcome, but you need to give up the control to the universe first, my darling Cancerians, and then there will be cause for celebration. I guarantee it. I can feel it. So you just need to release that control, my darling Cancerians, and release it to the universe. Is what I feel. This reading's telling you, my darling Cancerians. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. I'd love it if you could please like, share, comment, subscribe. It came up, let go. Can't make that up. I'm going to leave that out because, I don't normally take pop-outs, but when it pops out and it's so in tune with the reading, then I have to take it. So yes, if you can please like, share, comment, subscribe, watch my videos all the way through, please, you know, because I'm trying to get this channel monetized. Watch time is everything. So if I can't get this channel monetized, I am going to shut it down, because I can't keep throwing energy at something when I don't get the energy back. So if you could help me out, that would be great. All right, let's get final messages for you, my darling Cancerians. Yeah, look for a sign, they say. Look for the signs, the synchronicities, the symbols. Compromise. I feel that when I said that Two of Cups, this is between you and someone else. I feel that there is a compromise that you need to come to, and that could be just compromising to let go of control. If you believe, my darling, ask, believe, receive. That is the law of attraction. I'm losing my voice. Excuse me. Wait, they say, because you got a yes. I feel that wait until you've released that control. Wait until you feel that you have released the control to the universe before you move forward, because that yes is coming and that celebration is coming, my darling Cancerians. But I feel that you just need to release the control to the universe first. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Leos. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of January the 19th, 2026. I am very sorry that there was no reading last week. I just needed to take a break, so I had a beautiful week off with my family, rest, relaxed, recovered, recharged, and now I'm back. So let us jump right in to your reading. We're going to start off with an overarching energy using the Moonology manifestation cards. Then we'll do my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then finish off with angel answer cards. What's that? All right, see? What does Leos need to know for this week of January the 19th, 2026? What does Leo need to know? Full moon in Virgo. Take inspired action. Yeah, love this for you, my darling Leos. So this could be a week for you, my darling Leos, to really get moving on whatever goal, wish, or dream it is that you're wanting to bring into fruition this year. Get moving. You're being encouraged here to take inspired action, my darling Leo. So if we get, you know, something like the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands, the, you know, even the Page of Wands, Knight of Wands, any Wands type of card that we get, any Wands type of energy that we get, which is your energy, by the way, which is that fire energy, I would be saying you have got the green light, my darling Leos, to get moving on whatever goal, wish, or dream it is that you are wanting to accomplish this year. But I love that for you. Take inspired action. All right, let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Leos. What does Leo need to know for the week of January the 19th, 2026? What messages does Leo need to know? Two of Swords, Seven of Cups, and the Empress again. Yeah, the Empress just came out for Aries too. So there's a lot of, you know, starting. I mean, there's you starting something new, my darling Leos, right there. So, and it looks like you've got choices to make. Lots of choices to make, my darling Leos. All right, so what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords is a card about needing to make a choice or a decision about, you know, where you want to go. And, you know, it may only seem that you have, you know, this choice or that choice, but in actual fact, you have more than, you can make more than just, you know, this decision or that decision. There is a multitude of decisions you can make, my darling Leos. So don't feel that you're only stuck in this or that thinking, because, you know, if you feel that you've only got two ways that you can go, well, that's, you know, you're going to feel trapped. So I feel for you, my darling Leos, that you are being encouraged to think outside the box a little bit here, and don't just go for the easy options. You know, you can see she's got a blindfold on here. Blindfolds in the tarot represent needing to trust your intuition. So I feel that you may just need to go within a little bit, my darling Leos. Maybe you need to meditate on what question it is that you have. You know, it's going to be different for everybody. You know, where do you want to go? What goal, wish, or dream do you want to accomplish this year, my darling Leos? You will need to make a decision which way you need to go here. And like I said, even if you went this way and you went that way and it didn't work out, go a different way. You can make many choices here, and I can see that you have many choices with that Seven of Cups card, because you're being asked to make the decision and not sit on your hands, not, you know, not go into that analysis paralysis type of, what if it doesn't work out and I should make the decision and which way should I go? But I don't know. You know, you can drive yourself crazy with that energy, my darling Leos. So I feel this is coming up just to give you the nudge to say, make the decision, my darling Leos, because you have the Seven of Cups here. And the Seven of Cups is literally the card of being spoilt for choice. It is the card of the dream maker's torment. They say that you've got so many choices here. Which one do you choose? But you need to make a choice, my darling Leos. You need to grab one of these goal, wishes, or dreams that you have here and bring it down into the physical plane. You need to bring it into reality, my darling Leos. And if one of these doesn't work out, choose another one. As I was saying off the Two of Swords, you have as many choices as you need. You can make as many choices as you want, my darling Leos. It is up to you. You do not, just because you make a choice and it doesn't work out, doesn't mean you're going to stand still. You will make another choice. You will make another decision. That's the beauty of free will, my darling Leos. So you are definitely being encouraged here to choose whatever goal, wish, or dream it is that you want. Bring it into reality. Choose one. Focus on one. I'm also getting off this, don't be too scattered with your energy as well. Don't have too many balls in the air, is what I feel I need to tell you off this Seven of Cups as well, my darling Leos. Because then you've got the beautiful Empress card. So I feel whatever choice or decision you make here is going to be literally the birth of something new. And it is going to work out for you. It is going to be your abundance. It's going to produce abundance for you, my darling Leos, because you have the beautiful Empress card. She is all about effortless abundance. You know, so I feel that whatever the choice is that you make, it is going to literally be the start of something new for you. And I do feel it will result in abundance for you. And I feel that that is because you will be focused on one thing. And as I said, don't scatter your energy. I feel that it's very important for you to focus on one thing at a time. If it doesn't work out, fine. See it through to the end. Let it go. Choose something else, my darling Leos. And I feel that that is what will make you successful here. And, you know, it could also, you know, this is divine feminine energy as well. And it doesn't matter if you're male or female, it's just the energy of that card. So you may need to bring, this just popped into my head, bring some softness into whatever choice or decision you make as well. And being that you've got that full moon in Virgo, which is that, you know, the Virgo is literally the divine feminine here. So, you know, you're being encouraged to come from a place of softness as well. Don't try and force an outcome, is what I feel I need to tell you, my darling Leos. Trust yourself. Trust that whatever way you're being led and guided is the way you need to go, I feel, my darling Leos. So yeah, I'm going to put it all together. I feel that you're being encouraged to take inspired action here. Make a choice or a decision. This is what these two cards are telling you. And trust your intuition. The blindfold here is asking you to trust your intuition and don't make the easy choice. Think outside the box is what I feel I need to tell you here, my darling Leos. And if something doesn't work out, but don't be too scattered in your energy as well. Focus on one thing, see it through. If it doesn't work out, let it go, try something else. But I feel that you do need to make a decision, a choice here. But I feel whatever it's going to be, abundance is on the other side, my darling Leos. And you'll know, because you're going to take inspired action. It'll be what you're guided, what you're inspired to do, my darling Leos. So, wow, beautiful energy coming in for you this week, my darling Leos. But I do feel you're being encouraged to just get going. Make the choice or a decision and start moving with it, my darling Leo. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. I'd love it if you could please like, share, comment, subscribe. As I said, I'm not sure whether I'm going to keep this channel going if it's not, doing anything. Like I enjoy doing what I do, but it is a lot of work. And, if I can't monetize this channel, then, I'll just concentrate on doing my private readings, I think. So if you can help me out, it would watch my videos right to the end, watch my other videos. It would really help. So thank you. All right, let us get final messages for you. Improving health. Yeah. And look, that will just be a byproduct of, things starting to come into alignment for you, my darling Leos. You can't make this up. Abundance. Here it is. This is what's coming for you, as I said, off that Empress card. It's coming. Recovery. Yeah. I feel that will just be as a result of you finally being able to make the choice or a decision and feeling that you're in control of that now. A year from now, they say, there's something better. There definitely is. Now, don't freak out because it says a year from now. It's not that you have to wait a year. What I feel here is that you're going to look back on this year and realize, wow, you're so glad that you made that choice or a decision because of how far you've come, and there was definitely something better waiting for you, my darling Leos. So I love this energy for you. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Virgos. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of January the 19th, 2026. I'm sorry that there was no reading last week. I just needed to take a break. Just took a week off. I was able to rest, relax, recover, recharge myself. Had a beautiful week with family and friends, and now I'm back into it. So let us jump right into your reading. We're going to start off with an overarching energy using the Moonology manifestation cards. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Virgos, what messages does Virgo need to know for this week of January the 19th? What does Virgo need to know? Full moon in Aries. Cool your emotions. Ooh. So, my darling Virgos, are you a little fiery at this time, my darling Virgos? You are being encouraged just to cool your jets. Cool those emotions, my darling Virgos. Now, I'm a Virgo myself, and I know that sometimes, my emotions can get pretty fiery, and I will admit that. Particularly if I'm passionate about something. There's nothing wrong with being passionate about, situations, places, people, things like that. But I suppose when it comes across as being aggressive or, a bit, then we might need to cool those just a little bit. So, my darling Virgos, that is our overarching energy. Just to be aware, to not be too fiery this week, my darling Virgos, that emotions may run hot at this time. All right, let us consult tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling. Oops, they're very chatty, these cards. My darling Virgos. What does Virgo need to know for this week of the 19th of January? The Lovers. I like that. Ace of Swords. Love it. And the Knight of Wands. Yeah, love it. Love this. This is a nice reading. All right, my darling Virgo. So what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the Lovers, the beautiful Lovers card. So the Lovers, this is Gemini energy. So if you have Gemini in your chart at all, go and watch the Gemini reading. This could be a Gemini in your life. It's that you may need to pull your emotions from or with. But, generally the Lovers card is about love and, or coming to a crossroads in a relationship, or, it could be a love relationship, but it could be any relationship. It doesn't just have to be a love relationship. So, traditionally that used to be called the Choice card in the tarot. So, and that was because there's a male and a female, and there is a mountain between them. And then there is an angel, and there's clouds, there is an angel, and then there is the sun above the angel. And the mountain between them literally means some kind of mountain between them. Is there, is there some kind of, crossroads that you're coming to within a close relationship, my darling Virgos? Or, it could literally just mean that love is coming in here. But with that Cool Your Emotions card, I feel that maybe, if this is to do with a love relationship, maybe, you're getting a bit too swept up in that relationship, and you just need to pull back a little bit and cool your emotions here with this person. And, but I am feeling that off this card that there is love here, and that there's nothing wrong with being passionate, and it could be that this is a relationship that's happened quickly, and things have moved really quickly with this relationship, and it seems further along than it may be, my darling Virgo. So with that Cool Your Emotions, it may just be that it took off really quickly, and it was very passionate and very fiery very quickly, but now reality is setting in, and those emotions just may need to be cooled a little bit. But it's definitely not a bad thing here. I'm not feeling that this is a bad thing. I feel that with the Cool Your Emotions and the Lovers card, that it's probably something to do with another person here, and yes, a love relationship. But I'm not saying it's bad. I just feel that that I think I'm getting more off that it was, a relationship that happened really quickly, or that it was someone that you met, it was instant connection, very passionate from the beginning, full on, and now you're sort of like, okay, wow, that was full on, and now you're sort of taking a step back, is what I feel. But not in a bad way, just letting things settle and moving into a phase of, being together, is what I feel, my darling Virgos. Because you've got the Ace of Swords here. The Ace of Swords is a victory. It's a success. I feel that, that this is about, having a success in a relationship here, that, you've found a common ground here. With the Nine of Wands here, you're not giving up. You're keeping on going. If there has been some emotional, turmoil or emotions running hot with this relationship, I feel that you will both have a victory and success over that relationship. That's really what I'm getting here off the Ace of Swords. It's, victory, it's success. They also call the Ace of Swords the Ace of Truth as well. So maybe some truths will be revealed here. Maybe, you will speak your truth. And when you speak your truth, emotions run high, my darling Virgos. But I don't feel that it's a bad thing. I feel that, being able to speak your truth in a relationship is, I feel, the highest, form of a relationship that you can have. To be completely honest and open with someone in a relationship is refreshing, my darling Virgo. So if you've got that and you can have that and you can talk, freely and openly about your emotions and things like that, there's your victory and success. That is a successful relationship, my darling Virgos. So I love to see that for you. And then you've got the Nine of Wands. So I feel that this is you just keeping on going, my darling Virgos. This is the wounded warrior. I feel that, this relationship may have been through some hard times, as in, it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Like you've been, persevering, and you're being told to keep going, my darling Virgos, because, this relationship, there is a victory here. So I feel that you'll get through whatever this is between you. I feel that there will be a successful outcome here, my darling Virgos, and I love that for you. So whatever it is, whether it's that, you're wanting to do things together, whether it's that you're wanting to buy a house together, whether it's that you're, wanting to, go on a trip together or start a family together or something like that, where it's very emotional. I feel that, you've been going, pushing forward, keeping on going, but there's going to be victory coming in for you. I feel that you'll see the light at the end of the tunnel, that you'll be glad that you went through what you went through, my darling Virgos, because you've got the Ace of Wands here, this victory. I'm sorry, the Ace of Swords here, this victory, this success. So if I'm going to put it all together, I just feel that this is going to be a quite an emotional week for you. There will be, and it's going to be with a relationship, I feel that, and it's a love relationship. But I feel this is a beautiful connection because you have, I feel that it's a relationship where you can both speak your truth. You can, you can share your emotions. You can, regardless of whether they're running hot or not, that you can be honest with each other, which is very rare, my darling Virgos. So hold on tight to this, I feel, and keep going. Whatever has come between you, whatever choice or decision that may need to be made, make it together, because I feel, and try and leave, emotions are emotions. You can't sort of get around that. And look, you want the passion, if there's passion here, amazing, but sometimes we can get overly emotional. So you are being encouraged to try not to be overly emotional and maybe bring some of that Virgo practicality and logic in rather than get swept away in emotions. But keep going. Victory is coming, my darling Virgos. I love this for you, or for us, my darling Virgos. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. I would love it if you could please like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel. Please help me out by watching my videos all the way through. I'm trying to get this channel monetized. If I don't, I'll probably let it go because it does take a lot of my time. And, we always want that energy exchange of, something. I'd like to get something back for the effort and the energy that I'm putting in. So yeah, if you could help me out there, that would be great. All right, let us see what final messages we've got. I love this. Golden opportunity. There is a golden opportunity coming in, and it could be between you and this other person. Love this too. Big happy changes. Yeah. This is what I'm thinking with this Ace of Swords. There is a victory and success coming in for you and this person. I can see it. No need to worry, they say. Yes, you've got beautiful cards here, my darling Virgos. There is definitely nothing to worry about. A year from now, they say, there's something better. Yeah. And don't freak out with that year from now card. and think, oh, you've got to wait a year. I just think what'll happen is when we get to the end of this year, we'll realize how far we have come, that, there was definitely something better. Everything happened in its own divine timing, and we will be where we are meant to be, my darling Virgos, which I love for us. So thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Librans. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of January the 19th, 2026. Sorry, my darling Librans, that there was no readings last week. I just needed a week off to rest, relax, recover, which I did. Had a beautiful week off with family and friends. It's summer here in Australia, and yes, I just needed to recharge my batteries, and now I'm back. So let us jump right into your reading. We're going to start off with an overarching energy using the Moonology manifestation cards. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Librans, what messages does Libra need to know for this week of the 19th of January 2026? What does Libra need to know? Oh, love this. New moon in Leo. Shine, my darlings, shine. Shine, my darling Librans, like the star you are. You are being encouraged, my darling Librans, to shine. So yeah, I love that. And I mean, I think with this energy in January that we've had has all been quite positive. It's been uplifting. It's been, from the harsh energies we had, like last year, I feel that 2026 is really going to be a beautiful, positive year. So let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Librans. What messages does Libra need to know for this week of the 19th of January 2026? What does Libra need to know? Five of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, 8 of Cups. Yeah, love it. All right, my darling Librans. So what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the 5 of Swords. So the 5 of Swords is a card of, having a victory here, like winning, winning something, but at what cost is what I feel here, my darling Gemini. So you may have felt that, you've had a bit of a conflict with someone, something, and, it's, you can see he's had a victory here over these people here, but it's not a joyous victory, if you know what I mean. It is a hard won victory here. It's something that, but it's something that you have overcome, but it may not have felt good at the time. It's like someone's won here, but but on the other hand, someone's also lost. So, not everyone is happy with this outcome, my darling Librans. So, in this reading, I find that it's, you've had this hard-won victory. This is over now. You've overcome or accomplished, or this may have been a hard time with you and someone else. It may have been, that what I'm feeling off it is that, you've had a victory, you've won. It hasn't felt good. You've got the outcome that you wanted because you won, but you don't feel good about it. It's time, I feel, to just leave it behind, let it go, walk away from it. my darling Librans. Leave it behind. You've won. Now it's time to put that conflict behind you, is what I feel here, my darling Librans. Because then you've got the Knight of Pentacles here. So, I mean, the Knight of Pentacles is the only knight in the tarot that isn't moving. But what he does here is he brings in an opportunity to plant new seeds for growth. My darling Librans, is what I feel I need to say. With that victory, that hard-won victory that you've had here, I feel it's clearing the path for you to start again, to plant new seeds, excuse me, in a different direction. You've cleaned the slate. You've had the victory that you've needed. It's time to collect yourself now to restart something, is what I feel I need to say to you, my darling Librans. So try not to get too caught up in what didn't work out and put that victory, yes, you've won, but put the conflict behind you, is what I feel we need to say. And you've got the opportunity now to start something new. Clean slate. You've got the opportunity to plant this new seed in a new direction, in a new place, and move forward. And, leave the energy behind, leave that old energy behind, and just move forward with in a new direction, planting seeds in the new direction that you want to go, not in the old direction, my darling Librans. That's what I feel, need to sort of say to you here. Because then you've got the Eight of Cups. You're walking away from this, my darling Librans. You can see, you've got your 8 cups here. That all these cups were your experiences here. This is all, you've had all these experiences here. It's time now with that five of swords, whatever that conflict was, it's time for you to walk away from it, my darling Librans. I feel this is telling you to, like I said, leave that old conflict behind, walk away from what is no longer serving you, and walk towards your beautiful future. Walk towards, plant the seeds in the direction that you want to go, and walk towards your new area and shine, my darling Librans. That's what you're being encouraged to do, is shine like the beautiful star you are. Know that, whatever was in these cups, take the lessons and the love, but leave behind the baggage. Leave behind what doesn't serve you and move forward, my darling Librans, in the direction that you want to go. Don't look back. You're only going forward here. So if I'm going to put it all together, I just feel that whatever this conflict was here, you've won. Let it go. Take with you into, let it go, move forward, leave it behind. This is not serving you anymore. So let it go, my darling Librans. Move forward and plant your seeds in a new direction with this Knight of Pentacles. You have got the opportunity to start fresh, my darling Librans. So move in a direction that you want to go. Take the lessons and the love, but walk away. Leave it behind you and shine, my darling Librans, shine. Because, this is beautiful energy. All I can see is moving forward. Don't look back, just move forward, my darling Librans. I love this for you. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. I would love it if you could please like, share, comment, subscribe. Watch my videos all the way through, if you could please. It really does help my channel. I need to get the watch time up if I'm wanting to get monetized. And if I don't get monetized, I am going to shut this channel down, just because, it takes a lot, of time and energy to do these readings. So, I'd like that energy exchange to be getting something back. for what I'm doing. And then, I can keep putting them out there. So if you could help me out, that'd be great. All right, let us get final messages, my darling Librans. Yeah, helpful people. There are helpful people around you. I can, look for them. They will help you on your journey here. Yeah, look for a sign, they say. Look for the signs, the symbols, the synchronicities as to where you want to plant that new seed, my darling Librans. Yeah, but ultimately, it's up to you, my darling Librans. No one else, just you. Up to you to move in whatever direction you want to go. Perfect timing. And they're asking you to don't stop, my darling Librans. Keep moving, keep going forward. Do not stop, do not look back. Just move forward, my darling Librans, and plant that seed in the direction that you want to go and shine like the beautiful star you are. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Scorpios. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of January the 19th, 2026. I am so sorry that there was no readings last week, my darling Scorpios. I just needed to take a break to rest, relax, recover, take some time. I had a beautiful week with family and friends, and it's summer here in Australia, so I did enjoy just being able to rest and recharge. So now that I have, let's jump in to your reading. We are going to start off with an overarching energy using the Moonology manifestation cards. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here. And then we will finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Scorpios, what messages does Scorpio need to know for this week of the 19th of January 2026? What does Scorpio need to know for this week? First quarter moon in Cancer. Push through any insecurity. Yeah. So there may be, my darling Scorpios, a little bit of insecure energy around you this week, but, you just need to push through that energy. I mean, the energy that's been around all the other readings that I have done this week has been extremely positive. So, I feel, my darling Scorpios, that if there are any insecurities, you just need to, like it says, push through those. Have faith and confidence in yourself that whatever it is that you're doing is, what you need to be doing, my darling Cancerians, Scorpios. All right, let's consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Scorpios. What messages does Scorpio need to know for this week of or 19th of January? Nine of Cups, love it. There's wish fulfillment. Oh, 6 of Cups, even better. And the Lovers. So, my darling Scorpios, this looks like a beautiful reading. So what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the beautiful 9 of Cups. So the 9 of Cups is all about, the potential of wish fulfillment here. You can see, she's got all these beautiful things here, and she's got her cups and looks like she's living her best life, my darling Scorpios. But, this isn't just going to magically happen like that. You need to get yourself into alignment with what it is that is your wish, your goal, your dream, what you want to bring into the physical realm, my darling Scorpios. What annoys me is when I hear some tarot readers say, oh, this is one of the lottery tickets of the tarot, your your wish will be fulfilled, your wish will be granted like some bloody genie, but that's just not reality. And so people hang on to that thinking, okay, well, I'm waiting. Where is it? And unfortunately, of course, that's not going to happen. You need to get yourself into alignment with whatever goal, wish, or dream it is, my darling Scorpios, that it is you want. There is no, like, say, for example, you want a beautiful relationship. Well, you need to get yourself into alignment with what's that like. Start living as though you have that relationship. Start, doing things that you would do if you were in that relationship, regardless of whether you're in it or not. It doesn't matter. If you go to the movies, take yourself on dates, buy yourself beautiful flowers, do things like that get yourself into alignment of this wish fulfillment that you want. Because if you don't act as if you already have it, the universe will think you don't want it. So it's very important, my darling Scorpios, to act as if you have your beautiful wish already. And then the universe cannot help but move and change and pull everything into alignment for you to bring this into fruition, my darling Scorpios. Because then we've got the beautiful Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups is all about innocence and nostalgia. It is about, but having that childlike energy. And I feel that you need to be a bit more playful to bring that in, push through any insecurity. Children are not insecure about anything. They will dance in front of anybody. They'll sing in front of anybody. They will just be joyous in front of whoever. They don't care. They're not insecure. Bring that energy back into your life, my darling Scorpios. Be more playful. Be more childlike. Realize that it is okay to put yourself out there, my darling Scorpios. I feel that it's important to show that you can be more playful, that you can have fun, that you can, tap into that childlike energy, that wonder, all that kind of energy. I feel that is what you need to do this week. And, with the Lovers card here, I feel this could be you wanting to manifest or wanting to have a certain relationship, my darling Scorpios. And if that's the case, then, you're being asked to be more childlike and playful. Show your fun side, my darling Scorpios. Don't be too serious is what I feel I need to say here to you. And then you've got the Lovers. So is this push through any insecurity? Do you feel insecure in a relationship, my darling Scorpios? I mean, this is Gemini energy as well. So if you have Gemini in your chart, I would say go and watch the Gemini reading. But the Lovers is all about, a choice or a decision to make in a relationship, a close relationship. It doesn't necessarily have to be a love relationship, but it could be, my darling Scorpios. But is there insecurity in this relationship? If so, you're being encouraged to push through that. And like I said, with that Six of Cups, be more playful, be more childlike. Show that you can be more playful. Don't be so serious. I think that when we can relax and be playful like a child, I mean, a child does not worry about how they are perceived. They just live life. They love life. They put themselves out there. They live their best life. My darling Scorpios, it is only when we cast, judgment on them that they start to get insecure and they start to go, oh, everyone's watching me, and, it like that. But up until that point, they are playful. They are wondrous. They're not insecure at all. They are totally and utterly confident in their own selves, children. So I would be encouraging you, if this is something that's come up between you and someone else, that there is some insecurity there, to push through that, to be more childlike, to be more playful, my darling Scorpios. Because, yeah, I feel that that's what this reading is saying here. And if part of your wish fulfillment is to be with this person, you know, in love and joy, then pushing through insecurity, I feel that somebody that's so clingy that is insecure is not attractive at all. It ends up pushing the other person away. So if you can just turn that around, be more childlike and playful, relax, enjoy this person, enjoy the relationship, act as if it is the perfect relationship for you, and that is your wish fulfillment. It's coming for you, my darling Scorpios. I feel that is what you need to do, is to release your insecurity, be more playful, and get yourself into alignment with the kind of relationship that you want, that is your wish. And the universe can't help but bring that to you, my darling Scorpios. So yeah, I love this for you, my beautiful Scorpios. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. You know, I would love it if you could please like, share, comment, subscribe. Please watch my videos all the way through. It helps with my watch time. I'm trying to get this channel monetized so I can keep doing what I'm doing. If I don't get monetized, I am going to shut this down. I need that energy exchange. I'm putting things out. I need to get something back. So if you can help me out with that, and you want me to keep doing these readings, please watch them all the way through and share them around. Ask other people to watch them all the way through and subscribe, please. All right, let's get final messages. Yeah. Big happy changes, my darling Scorpios. It's coming for you. You may need to ask for help from others. There are people around you that will help you. Yeah, this is vital. Communicate clearly. If this is with someone else, which I feel it is, communicate clearly, because, you know, there is no room for insecurity, for mixed signals, anything like that. A year from now, they say, you got a yes. Now, don't freak out because I've said a year from now. It just means I feel that a year from now, you'll look back on this and be glad that you pushed through the insecurity. You'll be glad that you were more childlike. You will be glad that, you know, you even maybe trusted this person a little bit more to see the real you, my darling Scorpios. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Sagittarians. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to your reading for the week of January the 19th, 2026. Now, I am sorry that there was no reading last week. I just needed to take a week off. I needed to rest, relax, recover, and get myself back into, you know, myself, I suppose. And I feel great now. I had a great time. It's summer here. You know, I was able to spend some time with my family, some friends, and I just needed that recharge. So I am sorry, but I'm back, and let's get into your reading, my darling Sagittarians. So we're going to start off with an overarching energy using the Moonology manifestation cards. Then we're going to go to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Sagittarians, what messages does Sagittarius need to know for this week of January the 19th, 2026? What does Sagittarius need to know? What we got here? New moon in Taurus. Know your worth. Yeah, love it. So, my darling Sagittarians, you're being encouraged to, yeah, just know what you're worth. You know, if that's being questioned at all, my darling Sagittarians, then, you know, no. I think this is a card of when you know that, you know, what you're doing is worthwhile, that what you're doing, you're on the right path, is what I feel I need to say to you, my darling Sagittarian. So if you're questioning that, if you're wondering, you know, am I going in the right direction? Do you feel that, you're being, that somebody is, undervaluing you? My darling Sagittarians, know your worth. Know that you are worth everything. Know that your opinion matters. Know that, you have a voice, my darling Sagittarians. That's what I feel off this Know Your Worth card. So let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Sagittarians. What does Sagittarius need to know for this week of January the 19th? What does Sagittarius need to know? Three of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Two of Swords. Okay, so there's your know your worth. There is you standing out. I feel that you are going to be recognized for your work this week, my darling Sagittarians. So I like to see that. So what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the Three of Pentacles. And as I said, this is a card of teamwork as well. So teamwork makes the dream work. But it is also a card of putting your work on display. You can see, she's here sitting underneath this beautiful stained glass window here that she has created. This is that card of, like I said, being recognized for the work. It is also a card of, work, like collaboration, working together with other people. In the traditional tarot, he is creating his masterpiece, and there's two other people here admiring that work and, either encouraging him, helping him, whatever it, that is. So it is a card of teamwork and collaboration. But what I feel off this for you, my darling Sagittarians, is that you're being recognized for that work because you're being told to know your worth. So know that the work you're putting on display, and know that, what you're putting out there to the world is worth your time, my darling Sagittarians. And if you feel that it's not, then maybe you need to re-look at what you're doing. I think the know your worth, it comes from within. Nobody can make you feel worthless without your permission, my darling Sagittarian. So I feel that you need to know your worth. You need to know that what you're doing is worth your time, my darling Sagittarians. It's like this channel here. I've been here for a couple of years now, and I'm still not monetized or anything like that. But it's like, for me, it's a case of I don't do it for the money. I'm doing it, because I enjoy doing it. But then it comes to a point, which is, what I will say a bit later at the end of this video, that is what I'm doing worth it? Is it worth my time? Because I do put a lot of time into these videos. And so, I need to make a decision as to, because I know my worth, whether it is worth my time to keep doing what I'm doing. If I'm not getting anything back for it, and yes, I think that, money is a flow of energy. You give out and it comes back to you. So I'm giving out, I am putting out these readings. What I would like to get back is, monetary reward for that, because that's part of the flow. It's part of the energy exchange, my darling Sagittarians. So if I'm not getting that flow of energy back, then I need to make a decision as to whether what I'm putting out there is worth it, because I know my worth. So I would rather put my energy and time into something that I know is going to give me the energy back, if that makes sense. So that's my dilemma, or that's not my dilemma, but that's my thinking this, I will definitely be thinking about that, especially the first half of this year. Is what I'm doing worth it? Am I going to keep this channel going? So I would encourage you to do the same thing. my darling Sagittarians. Whatever it is that you're working on, you're being encouraged to evaluate whether what you're putting out into the world is worth it. That's what I feel off that Three of Pentacles. Because then you've got the Seven of Cups here. So the Seven of Cups is a card of being spoilt for choice. They call it the dream maker's torment here because, you know, there's so many choices here. What he needs to do is make a decision as to which one of these he brings down into the physical realm. Which one of these goals, wishes, or dreams, you know, is going to serve his time best, is what I feel. This is what I feel that you need to decide, my darling Sagittarians, is which one of, you know, what goal, wish, or dream is it do you want to bring into the physical realm that's going to make you feel your worth? That's what I feel you need to make that choice on, my darling Sagittarians, is what goal, wish, or dream do you want to bring down into the physical realm that will, you know, encourage you to know your worth, my darling Sagittarians. So you need to make that decision. Only you can. And then we've got the Two of Swords here too, which is another card of making a decision here. You know, you feel, what I feel off this is that you feel you can only go this way or that way. But we have many ways, many choices, many decisions that we can make, my darling Sagittarians. Don't just choose the easy one here, is what I feel. I feel that you need to step out of this or that and go to the third choice. You know, what is that choice? Step out of the norm and make the decision on something where when you accomplish that goal, wish, or dream, that you're really going to be able to know your worth, that it's going to make you feel accomplished and, you know, satisfied and confident and joy, my darling Sagittarians. So that's what I feel here. And you can also see the blindfold here. Blindfolds in the tarot represent needing to trust your intuition, my darling Sagittarians. So I do feel that you need to go within, you know, and decide which one of these goals, wishes, or dreams you're going to put on display. Make the effort to know your worth from whichever goal, wish, or dream that is, my darling Sagittarians. That's what I feel is coming in for you. Whatever you put on display here, whatever you put out into the universe, whatever you put on display is what you're going to need to know that it is part, or it makes you feel that, you know, you're worthy, is what I feel. And it's very hard to put into words because I can articulate it in my mind and I can see it here. But yeah, only you can decide what goal, wish, or dream it is that is going to make you feel that you've accomplished this year. That's what I feel is coming in for you. Make the choice or a decision because it's coming, or it's asking you. That's what this reading, I feel, is asking you to do, is to, you know, make that choice or a decision as to what you're going to put on display that will make you feel your worth, my darling Sagittarian. So yeah, love it. So if you are enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. As I said, I would love it if you could please like, share, comment, subscribe. It really does help my channel. Like I said, if I don't get this channel monetized, then I am going to probably, well, I'm making the choice decision because I'm going to know my worth as to whether I keep this going. So if you could help me out, if you want me to keep going, please like, share, comment, subscribe, watch my videos all the way through. It really does help. All right, let's get final messages for you. Yeah, can't make this up. Success. Love this for you, my darling Sagittarian. So whatever you choose, know that it's going to be successful. Meditation brings answers. As I said, go within. Trust your intuition here. That's what that blindfold means, my darling Sagittarians. Yeah. Peaceful resolution. So whatever you do, know that once you've made the decision, you will find peace within you, my darling Sagittarians. That's what I feel there. Can't make this up. You are ready, my darling Sagittarians. It's time. Stop procrastinating. Stop leaving those choices and decisions up in the air and make the decision. There's something better for you. This is what this whole reading is saying. Know your worth. There's something better, so make that choice or a decision, my darling Sagittarians, because you're being told you're ready. It's time. Get moving. No more delays, my darling Sagittarians. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Capricorns. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of January the 19th, 2026. If it is your birthday today, my darling Capricorns, a big happy birthday from me to you. I am sorry there was no readings last week. I just needed to take a week off and rest, relax, recover, recharge myself, and I'm back, and I had a beautiful week off with family and friends. Summer here in Australia, and yes, I loved it. So I am back, and let us jump into your reading. We're going to start off with an overarching energy using the Moonology manifestation cards. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Capricorns, what messages does Capricorn need to know for this week of January the 19th, 2026? What does Capricorn need to know? Full moon in Leo. Go wild. Go wild, you wild thing. Wild Capricorn. So we are coming out now of Capricorn season. So maybe, my darling Capricorns, it's time for you to go wild, as they say. So, you know, I mean, we've had some beautiful energies around this month of January, and, you know, Capricorn season's been quite good. So I hope you've been feeling the love, my darling Capricorns, in your season. But you're definitely being encouraged to go wild. So let us consult the tarot and see what messages. I mean, Capricorns are quite conservative. So, and look, sorry if that's generalization. You can put it in the comments and tell me that I'm wrong. But, you know, most of the Capricorns I know are quite conservative, and but every now and then, my darling Capricorns, you need to go wild. So I'm giving you permission, my darling Capricorns, to go wild this week. All right, what messages does Capricorn need to know for this week of January the 19th, 2026? Oops. Seven of Swords. The Chariot. Love it. Two of Swords. Alrighty. So, my darling Capricorns, what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the Seven of Swords. Now, some readers read the Seven of Swords as lying, cheating, stealing. I don't. I read it as that it is changing tactics here. You know, you can see he's stealing these swords from this army in the background. He doesn't want to fight, my darling Capricorns. He is wanting to do something different. He doesn't want to go to battle here. So he is trying something different by stealing these swords in order to make this army in the background here not able to fight. They have nothing to fight with. So what I feel here is, I mean, and it goes hand in hand with the go wild, really, because, like I said, Capricorns are usually quite conservative. So change your tactic, my darling Capricorns. Go wild. Don't be conservative here. Don't choose, and with the Two of Swords here as well, I feel that you're being encouraged with the Seven of Swords here to choose the road less traveled, if that makes sense, to not choose the obvious choice here, that you're being encouraged to change your tactics and go in a different direction than what you normally would. Don't do what is familiar, is what I feel to tell you, my darling Capricorns. Choose, the path less traveled, and go out of your comfort zone completely by changing your tactic, is what I feel I need to tell you here. my darling Capricorns. Then you got the beautiful Chariot card. So this is forward movement. This is, victory and success. This is moving forward and being divinely guided by the universe, my darling Capricorns. You can see these two sphinxes here. There's no reins on this Chariot. There's no reins on these sphinxes. These two sphinxes are divinely guided by the universe. They are guided by intuition. Whichever way the universe wants this Chariot here to go, he's trusting. This, or she is trusting that the Chariot will take her in the direction that she needs to go, that she's divinely guided to go, my darling Capricorns. So this is also a card of as above, so below, because of the stars on the canopy, and the tradition has got moons on his shoulders, and which represents as above, so below. So it's that card of being in touch with the heavens and the earth. It's all about trusting your intuition, being divinely guided, moving forward with success, and having the determination and the willpower and the motivation to move forward in whichever direction you are being divinely guided, my darling Capricorns. That's what I'm feeling for you off this Chariot card here, is that you're being pulled in a direction. Do not ignore that pull, my darling Capricorns. Trust your intuition. Trust that the universe is divinely guiding you in the direction that you need to go here. Don't ignore it. Go with it, my darling Capricorns. That's what I feel. Because then you've got the Two of Swords here, and as I said, that I feel that Two of Swords and the Seven of Swords are connected here. That it's being the Two of Swords is saying to you, you need to make a decision, but you don't just need to make a this or that decision. There is another way you can go. You don't just have to go this way or that way. And the Seven of Swords is telling you to think outside the box, to think, to change your tactic, to go a different way, to, I feel, make a decision or choose a direction that you wouldn't normally go, to choose the path less travelled is what I feel for you, my darling Capricorns. And to you, that might feel like you're going wild. Go wild. Go outside the norm. Go against the grain is what I feel is the path you need to take this week, my darling Capricorns. And trust that you are divinely guided. You can see the blindfold here. The blindfolds in the tarot represent needing to trust your intuition. So I feel that it's important for you to trust your intuition, to go in whichever direction is not easy. I want you to think outside the box, to not just go with the easy path, my darling Capricorns, that you need to step out of your comfort zone. That's what I feel here. Choose a different tactic with that Seven of Swords and go down the path less travelled is what I feel to tell you, my darling Capricorns. So I'm going to put it all together, and I probably just already did, but I feel these two cards here are connected. Choose the path less travelled. Change your tactic here. Go in a direction you wouldn't normally go in, my darling Capricorns. Choose a direction that you wouldn't normally go in. Go outside your comfort zone here. Step outside your comfort zone. Go wild, my darling Capricorns. And I feel that whatever path that is, you'll be divinely guided towards success. You will shoot forward with victory and success here with the Chariot. This is forward movement, motivation, determination, my darling Capricorns. I feel you will not go wrong. Trust the universe to guide you in the direction that you're needed to go here. So amazing. I feel this is a beautiful reading for you, my darling Capricorn. So yeah, choose the road less travelled is what I feel this reading is telling you. Love it. So if you are enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. I'd love it if you could please like, share, comment, subscribe. Please watch my readings all the way through. It really helps my channel. I'm trying to get this channel monetized. If I don't, I'm probably going to shut it down because it's just a lot of work for no energy exchange back for me. And I would love it if I could get there so I can help me out. That'd be great. All right, let's get final messages for you, my darling Capricorns. Remain positive. Yeah, above all, remain positive. Know that if you choose a direction and it doesn't work out, choose another one. You can make as many choices as you need. You can't make this up. What was I saying? Trust. Trust the universe to guide you. Trust that chariot to guide you in the direction that you need to go, my darling Capricorns. Yeah, if you need, ask for help from others. Other people are around you to help you, my darling Capricorns. Within the next few months, they say, you've got a yes. And it's a yes with an exclamation point. So I love this for you, my darling Capricorn. So, I mean, beautiful reading. The whole way through, I'm feeling the biggest thing is to trust your intuition, trust the universe is guiding you in the right direction, and to choose the path left. I can't even talk. Choose the path less traveled, my darling Capricorns, and you will not go wrong. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Aquarians. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of January the 19th, 2026. Sorry, my darling Aquarians, that there was no readings last week. I just needed to take a week off. I needed to rest, relax, recover, which I did. Had a beautiful week off with my family and friends. Summer here in Australia, and so yeah, just needed to take a break and rest, relax, recover, and recharge. So I've done that. So let us jump right in to your readings. We're going to start off with an overarching energy using the Moonology manifestation cards. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Aquarians, what messages does Aquarius need to know for this week of January the 19th, 2026? What messages does Aquarius need to know? First quarter moon in Sagittarius. Believe in your good luck. Yeah, love it. It's a lucky time, my darling Aquarians, which is beautiful. I mean, I feel that there's all the energy that's been around this week has been very positive. So, you know, I love that the theme is continuing. So there's clearly luck around you, my darling Aquarians. So I love to see that. But as it says, you need to believe in your good luck. Ask, believe, receive. Let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Aquarius. What messages does Aquarius need to know for this week of January the 19th, 2025? What does Aquarius need to know? Ace of Cups, love it. The Tower and the Queen of Swords. Yeah, okay. So don't freak out because the Tower's here, because, you know, believe in your good luck. You know, the Tower is just change. So you just need to go with it. All right. I mean, you've got the Ace of Cups here as well, which is beautiful. So I think that sort of negates the other. All right. So what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the beautiful Ace of Cups. This is your cup of joy, my darling Aquarius. This is your cuppeth running over, my darling Aquarian. So I love to see this for you. You know, this is a beautiful gift of love coming in. There is going to be, you know, some kind of, you know, offer of love, I feel, coming in for you. this week. Now, whether that is, love from a person, it could be, love from a colleague or something like that. But I just feel this is your emotions overflowing. So it doesn't even have to be like a relationship type of love. It could be just your emotions overflowing at this time because of, situations, circumstances, things. As I said, this is your cup overflowing. This person could easily, you can see, easily dip that cup back into the water and watch it overflow. It is an overflow of emotion. The cups in the tarot are emotions, and so is the water, is emotion. So your emotions are definitely runneth over this time, my darling Aquarians, but it's joy. It's happiness. This is not, bad. This is that something is going to make you feel that your emotions are overflowing with love and joy, my darling Aquarians, which is gorgeous. And then you have the Tower card. So as I said, don't freak out because of the Tower. The Tower is just change. The Death card is change and transformation. The Tower is forced change. The Tower comes in when we have been sort of getting the signs, the synchronicities, the symbols to change some aspect of our life. But if we ignore those nudges from the universe, if we ignore if we ignore the push to make the changes that we need to make, the universe will make them for us, my darling Aquarians. So, one person in this tower is falling, the other one is being pushed. It is a card of jump or be pushed, my darling Aquarius. You need to make the decision to make the change. If you do not make the decision to make the change, the universe will make it for you. It's as simple as that. If you're getting the signs and the synchronicities and the nudges from the universe to make a change, do it. Because if you don't, the universe will step in. This is necessary change. And, I know not a lot of us like change, but change is necessary to get us unstuck or to move us from a situation that isn't serving us anymore, my darling Aquarians. So, as I said, jump or be pushed, my darling Aquarians. But I feel in this reading it's good. It's the necessary change. It's the catalyst that you need to make the change to receive your, this beautiful overflowing cup of joy is what I feel, my darling Aquarians. Because then you've got the Queen of Swords here. So I feel that in this reading, you need to embody the energy of the Queen of Swords in this reading. And this is your queen. She is the Queen of Air, the Queen of Swords. So, it is that she's that energy of clarity, and she has clarity. You can see she has clouds only halfway up her body. She sits on her throne. She has her hand out and she has her sword up. Her hand out means that she is open to receive, but her sword up means that she is ready to cut the crap out as well. She has gained clarity, and so have you, my darling Aquarians. If you embody that energy of this Queen of Swords this week, you will embody the energy of having all the knowledge and wisdom that you need. You've gained the clarity. You know where you stand. You know, my darling Aquarians, what you have to do. This is your time, your chance to take control. When you've got the control in your hands to make those changes that you need before the universe makes them for you. I feel this is kind of not a warning, but you could make this change before the universe makes it for you, if you know what I mean, kind of reading, my darling Aquarians. So if I'm going to put it all together, I feel you need to believe that things are working out for you. You need to believe that whatever is happening here is for your highest good. Believe in your good luck. my darling Aquarians. I feel that you need to embody this energy of the Queen of Swords to be, you know what you need to know. You are clear on where you need to go. You've got the clarity, my darling Aquarians. This is you. Embody that energy of the Queen of Swords. Make the change that you need to change before the universe does it for you. You will know what it is you need. And when you do, here it is. You've got this beautiful cup of joy waiting for you. Once you've made this decision, once you've made this change, my darling Aquarians, I feel very straightforward reading. Your cup of joy is waiting for you, my darling Aquarians. You just need to make the change, or the universe will make it for you, my darling Aquarians. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. I would love it if you could please like, share, comment, subscribe. You can please watch my videos all the way through. Really does help with my watch time, and you know, I'm really trying to get this channel monetized if I can this year. If I don't, I'll probably shut it down, because you know, I'm not getting any kind of energy exchange from doing these readings, and you know, I feel I need to get something. So if you could do that, that would help me out. All right, let's get final messages for you, my darling Aquarians. Yeah, trust that everything is working out, and trust that you have the clarity to be able to make the decision to make the change and move forward, my darling Aquarians. Yeah, no need to worry, they say. You've got the power. You've got this, my darling Aquarians. Yeah, there may a period, you may need a period of recovery. That's just, you know, goes with the territory of sometimes making hard decisions. In the near future, they say, you've got a yes. Yes, you do, my darling Aquarians. I love this for you. I think this is a beautiful reading. I feel you're getting the opportunity to make a change before the universe makes it for you. So I would go for it if I were you. Believe in your good luck, my darling Aquarians. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Pisces. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of January the 19th, 2026. Now, I am sorry, my darling Pisces, that there was no readings last week. I needed to take a week off to rest, relax, recover, and recharge. And now I've done that. Let us jump right in to your reading. We're going to start off with an overarching energy using the Moonology manifestation cards. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Pisces, what messages does Pisces need to know for this week of January the 19th, 2026? What messages does Pisces need to know for this week? First quarter moon in Leo. Be humble. So, my darling Pisces, you're just being encouraged to be a bit humble this week. So whatever that means to you and however that manifests for you, be humble. So maybe, you know, don't shout from the rooftops your, you know, how much money you've made and, you know, your big achievements and things like that. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, because, you know, you can be proud of what you've done, but just do it with a bit of humility, my darling Pisces. That is all this energy is telling you, but let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Pisces. What messages does Pisces need to know for this week of was it the 19th? No, what week I'm doing? The 19th of January, 2026. All right, what have we got for you, my darling Pisces? Four of Swords, the Hanged One, and the Two of Cups. Okay. All right, my darling Pisces. So what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the Four of Swords. And look, if you're anything like me, especially last week, I just needed to rest, relax, recover. I needed a week off to not do anything that felt like work, I suppose. And, you know, as much as I love doing these readings, it is still work, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to, you know, put out the videos, you know, 12 videos every week, you know, write descriptions, do titles and, you know, thumbnails and all that. Everyone thinks, oh, it's very easy, but it is really time consuming to edit these videos. You know, there's 12 of them, and not to mention shooting them as it is. I mean, this is like 2.5 hours out of work every week when I work full time. And so I just needed, when I had a break from work, my full-time job, that I just needed to take this time out for myself as well and not do these. I love doing them, don't get me wrong, but it's still work. So I needed a complete break, and I loved it, I have to say. I really feel like I've recharged, and the Four of Swords has come up for you, my darling Pisces, because you need to do the same. If you can, find some time to rest, relax, recover, recharge, whatever is going on in your life at the moment. You know, it is still a busy time. You know, I don't know about where you are, but where I am, it's summer here and it's busy. You know, it's holiday time here. And so there's a lot going on. A lot of people are still on holidays, and, you know, so it's that time where, you know, and things are busy because we have had a break over Christmas, and then you go back to work and everything's just full on. Everything needs to be done. So, my darling Pisces, you are being encouraged here just to take some time out to rest, relax, recover. And then you've got the Hanged One. So this goes hand in hand with the Four of Swords here, because you are being encouraged here to, you know, gather your resources. You know, you can see she's hanging from this tree of knowledge here, but she's gained enlightenment here as well. So, you know, this could be encouraging you to just take a little bit of time while you're resting, relaxing, recovering, to gather your resources, to gather, you know, what it is you need to then be able to move forward, you know, maybe in the next week or so with gusto, with conviction, with drive, determination, motivation, my darling Pisces. I feel this is a week for you just to slow down. Pause is what I feel. I feel that this week for you, you need to pause, is the word that popped into my head. And with that Be Humble card, that goes, I feel, hand in hand with that. To pause, be humble, just sit in your own magnificence here. Recognize that you have everything you need. And when it's time, when you feel is time, when you feel that you have gathered everything that you need, you will get off this tree and push forward. Don't stay stuck here too long, my darling Pisces. But I do feel this week you are being encouraged just to chill, is the word. Because then you've got the Two of Cups here as well. So this may have to do with a relationship. Maybe there is a relationship. I mean, the Two of Cups is a soulmate type of energy. And maybe there is a relationship that needs to take a pause. You know, there's nothing wrong with slowing down, taking a pause in a relationship, just each one of you doing your own thing. You're not breaking up, or you're not, you know, taking a pause from taking a break from each other. You're just taking a pause to gather, you know, to gather your resources, gather momentum. You know, sometimes, what do they say? Absence makes the heart grow fonder. There may be that this relationship that you have, maybe it's been so full on, so quickly. It's been, you haven't left each other's side. And not that you want to, but maybe you need to, my darling Pisces. So take that how it resonates. It's going to be different for everyone. If this isn't a relationship, then this is you and your higher self. That's all it is. It is just you gathering your own resources, going within, talking to your higher self, getting the downloads that you need, having this pause this week to be able to move forward into the future, my darling Pisces. So take it how it resonates. If it's not a relationship that's taking a pause, it's just you and your higher self, and you gathering momentum, gathering the resources. So when you have, recharged and, rested, relaxed, recovered, then you'll be able to charge forward with, with whatever it is that you're wanting to do, my darling Pisces. But yeah, I feel, as I said, I've probably already put it all together, but I do feel that this is a pause week for you. I feel you just need to take that time to rest, relax, recover. If this is a relationship, communicate with the person and tell them that you're not taking a break from them. You just need to gather your resources, that you need to rest, relax, recover, that you need time to yourself. You don't need, you can say it in a humbling way that you don't make out that you need a break from them. Choose your words carefully when you say this, my darling Pisces. And like I said, if this is just you and your higher self, then take the time to gather your resources, gain enlightenment, rest, relax, recover, be humble so you can move forward within the next few weeks with gusto, because I feel you'll need that. Charge ahead. Be ready to charge ahead, my darling Pisces, because I feel that energy is building for you. I love this. What a beautiful reading. Beautiful reading for you to just rest, relax, recover, my darling Pisces. So take the chance. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. I would love it if you could please like, share, comment, subscribe. Please watch my videos all the way through. I need to get that watch time up to be able to monetize this channel. If I can't monetize this channel, we need to have that exchange of energy. I'm putting this out, I need to get something back, and I'm at the moment not. So, if you could please help me out with that so I can keep this channel going, that would be great. All right, let me get final messages for you, my darling Pisces. Yeah, the situation will improve, totally. You can already see that. No need to worry, absolutely not. You can take time out, and you can take a week off, just like I did. I took a week off without anything happening. It's just I took it for me, so you take it for you. Yeah, listen to your intuition, they say. If your intuition is telling you to take some time out, my darling Pisces. A year from now, they say, there's something better. Yeah, and I mean that as in, something better, as in, don't freak out because I've said a year from now. This just means in a year from now, you're going to look back on this and go, yeah, I'm glad I took that small week off to myself. I'm glad I took that time because I realized you found while you were in that holding pattern, while you were waiting, that there was something better and a new direction that you wanted to go in, and it allowed you to be able to move forward. I love this for you. Be humble, my darling Pisces, and take the time. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon.